If this information on the screen is anything to go by, then buying real estate in certain areas of Ibeju-Lekki is considered high risk, and you should not be indulging in this at this time. I am Patrick, a realtor. Welcome to the space where we discuss topical issues that affect real estate in Nigeria. If this is your first time seeing our content, you're very much welcome. Like our videos, subscribe to the channel, and do not forget, turn on your notification button so that every time we drop a new content on this channel, you'll be the first to see. We've got so many amazing topics discussed on this channel. Seeing how videos would help you make wise and informed decisions buying real estate. So you can do well to promote our content or videos to your friends, your family members, your colleagues, and everyone you know would want to buy real estate in the future. When we get back, we'll be looking at this information about the federal government acquiring some portion of land along the coastal road and how this should help streamline the purchase of real estate in these areas at this time. So reading from this day newspaper, the federal government is acquiring parcels of land along the Lagos-Calabar coastal highway with the aim of making investments. David Umahi, the Minister of Works, said. The minister explained that the government will be building houses, factories, and tourism centers that are expected to generate revenue for the government in addition to the revenue that will be coming from the tolling. In addition to the revenue that will be coming from tolling the highway, the federal government is planning to implement additional initiatives, including developing land along the corridor for tourism, factories, and housing as part of efforts to further enhance the returns on the project. So it is imperative to discuss this at this time because we've gotten a series of requests on properties, lands along the coastal road, the Lagos-Calabar coastal road, and we get so many people coming into our DMs asking us about beachfront properties, waterfront properties in Ibeju-Lekki at this time. So it became so important for us to look critically at this to determine if it is best at this time to purchase waterfront properties or beachfront properties in Ibeju-Lekki at this time. First things first, if whatever property you're looking to buy in Ibeju-Lekki doesn't have a C of O, I'll rephrase that again. If you wish to buy a beachfront property in Ibeju-Lekki at this time without the title of a C of O, then that purchase, that investment is considered high risk. This is because you read from the news, there will be an acquisition by the federal government, and the federal government is looking for ways to gather funds as returns on investment for monies already spent on the project. So they're looking to recoup some of all these invested sum. Some of these investments are loans gotten from other countries and other international organizations. So the government is looking for ways to gather revenue to cover for all those invested sum. So if this acquisition is something that would happen, then it is very, very important that both buyers and sellers of real estate in this area should be wary of acquisition, because no one is sure. No one can tell you for sure that this is the area the government is going to be taking from. Now, this is not going to affect only Lagos State. We are not certain about that for sure. We all know what state or what land or what location will be affected. But looking at all this logically, um, Lagos State, the coastal parts of Lagos State would be in so much demand, and the government themselves know that. So, although the coastal road passes Lagos, Ondo, Ogun, and other parts of the country, but we know for sure that land in Lagos on the coastal road would be considered um, high risk, because this is where the government will look into want to acquire all those lands. So if at this point you're still asking us to get waterfront properties for you, you should be very careful. It is not as if we cannot go out there to look for something for you, but because we all want to play with caution, we want to be very, very careful, and we want you to buy real estate with some form of assurance, other than just going all in, getting too risky, and buying all those, and in the end we get into problems. So at this time, it is advisable you lay low, you allow the acquisition happen, then you can buy from whoever has the property at that time to sell. Right now, even if you have a sea of old land, you are not still going to be certain they would not take your land. They will take your land and they will compensate you, and the compensation would not be worthwhile when you compare it to what you would get if you had developed, if you had sold it on your own. It's not going to be worthwhile. So it is not wise to even buy sea of old um, lands on the coastal road at this time, and rarely will you find sea of old lands on the coastal road. So you might not just find any. And some of for others who have sent in requests to buy coastal beachfront properties, 3 million naira, 5 million naira, and so on, without fight to you playing with fire. I just have to say it. You're taking too much risk. You're taking too much risk. So it is so imperative for us to put out this information, because it seems there is this demand for waterfront properties at this time, and if you're not careful, you will be burnt. So if this acquisition is anything to take seriously, then buying real estate must be done with caution on the coastal road. You wait for the acquisition to happen, then you can go on to buy whatever you want to buy. But we understand that life itself is a risk, but there are some risks that should not be taken, because they are not calculated. They will not do you anything positive. So that is that about that. So this information is anything to go by, then you have to tread with caution buying beachfront properties, buying waterfront properties in Ibeju-Lekki at this time. And if you must buy real estate in Ibeju-Lekki, go to other places where we are sure government does not have anything to do. They've done whatever they want to do, and lands have been allocated with CR4 and the rest. Safe properties, you can buy all those in Ibeju-Lekki. But beachfront properties, most often than not, they always come in allocation, government allocation, either from the federal government or from the state government. So all those properties you saw people selling 3, 4, 5 years ago, they were the highlights and the rest on beachfront. They all were government allocation. The government reallocates all those lands for you. Most often than not, if you want to buy a beachfront property, it's advisable you either buy it straight from the government, or you buy it from those who the government has allocated to. That's how safe to buy beachfront properties. So we hope this information will do you good, will help you in making that wise and informed decisions. We can only talk, we can only advise. The ball is in your court, and you will still be the one to decide if you would go into any investment or not. I went Patrick, a realtor, for advice or consultation on real estate matters. in Nigeria, in Lagos, for lands in Lagos, in Ibadan, or your states, in Ogun states, in Asaba, in Abuja, you can always reach out to us. Be sure to always get the best counsel when it comes to real estate matters from us. And if you're looking to buy properties anywhere in Nigeria, we can always help you, and we'll do this for you. You'll be so glad. We've got amazing properties in our portfolio that would guarantee you safety first, and also high returns on investment. Until we see again, stay safe, keep investing in real estate, and be peaceful.